You're going. Unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Greetings to all with great love and respect. I'm Inga Harchilava from Georgia, co-founder of 21st Century Skills Academy. Believe me, this position is a great honor for me and my country. As an educator, I always try to be a worthy ambassador of my country and also try to be a worthy ambassador and also to pave the way of global education for everybody. I'm glad to be with you today, and I know that a very interesting meeting awaits us. Sharing and caring is the most important things. We learn important things from each other and then apply the learning in the teaching process. Yes. A big thank you to all of today's guests from all over the world who have given their time and are willing to share and care from the community. Thank you. Many thanks to our amazing Dr. Uche, who created this virtual academy and brings the world's educators together. It really deserves a lot of appreciation and sincere applause. Thank you, my dear. Many thanks to all participants who are always by our side and support us. We really appreciate your activity. So, I think it is time to start our most important meeting, sharing and caring from everyone. Okay, once again, congratulations and best wishes to all of you. My big respect to you, dear Uche. Thank you. Dear Uche, can you hear me? Congratulations to all. Nice to meet you all, dear Shalale, dear January. Thank you all and good luck. Dear Maka, congratulations. Dear Uche, can you hear me? Dear Shalale is first time with us. Thank you, dear. Also, teacher, proud of you, dear Gusha.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. I'm so sorry. I've been experiencing some technical glitches here. Am I audible?
Yes, dear audible.
Oh, I'm freezing up. I cannot go solo right now because of the network. I'm still freezing up, but I believe you can hear my voice. Thank you, everyone. Today is another special day. It is a blockbuster episode of Sharing is Caring, brought to you by 24 Skills Academy. And we have experts from different fields are here today to share their nuggets of wisdom. They are going to share about SDGs action, about their teaching experiences, philosophy. They are going to share their heart out, all with everyone here. So let's start with sharing, especially sustainability in education sector, and also raise awareness about the importance of education. I think I can't go solo right now. My network is freezing. Okay. Uh, what we do, we bridge the gap of digital divide by integrating the 21st century learning skills, empowering both teachers and students all over the world empowering them, both student and students all over the world, for a sustainable future. So join us today as we have expert speakers from different countries that are here to share their nuggets of wisdom, their experience, and of course the way. Oh my God, my network. Sorry if I freeze up. Please notify me. So let's just start right now before my network starts. I think you can hear my voice. Okay, we have panelists here today. Let me officially welcome our panelists. Let me start with uh, the first panelist that joined us for the first time. You're highly welcome to 24 Digi Skills Academy. We are here all the time to learn with and from each other. So this 24 Digi Skills platform, we promote teachers and students all over the world. So let me first of all the way from Afghanistan, Mr. Saki, you're welcome on board. You're welcome to today's episode of sharing. Thank you so much for being here today. And we also have other panelists here with us. We have Jessica from Croatia. We have Katana from Georgia. We have Marka from Georgia, of course. 24 Digi Skills co-founder, Her Excellency Dr. Unga Kashlava. You're welcome for today's show. The episode is going to be fun today because we have people with different unique. Okay, they are going to share their wealth of knowledge with all of us here today. So I'm going to start right away. The first panelist that I'm going to call to the stage right now is Her Excellency Shalala, all the way from Ajebiza. Oh, Ajebiza, right? Yeah, I pronounced it right. Please, please come to the stage. All you
Azerbaijan.
need to do right now, when you come to the stage, you have just 2 minutes to introduce yourself before we proceed with the business of today. The mic and stage is all yours now.
Okay, my
Introduce
name is
yourself.
Shalala Mamadli. I'm an English teacher. I work at a secondary school. What else can I say? I'm a lifelong learner. Very briefly.
Okay, that's really amazing. Nice to have
And
you here.
also, let me express my gratitude for inviting me. Thank you, Dr. Uche. Thank you, Dr. Inga Harchilava. I'm honored to be among our eminent guests. It's a pleasure for me.
All right, we are so super excited to be having you here today. You are amazing. Thank you for honoring our invitation. And let's get started with. Could you please share with what, in your own perspective, what education is meant to you? You just have 2 minutes to respond to this.
Okay. So, as we all know that education is the most powerful tool for personal growth and development. It's an incredibly powerful tool to change the world around. Through education, we can develop our critical thinking skills, and problem solving skills, which are, of course, essential in our modern world when dealing with our real world problems. And for example, when faced with some kind of a challenge, an educated person is more likely to approach it rationally and how to say with analytical mindset than approaching it impulsively. So moreover, we can say that education fosters creativity in people and innovation. With the help of education, you may become a lifelong learner. When you are searching for the information, for new kind of knowledge on your own, you educate yourself, like, for example, we are doing right now. Yes, we have gathered here to share our experiences, to share our knowledge with each other. So
Wow.
that's all.
Wow, thank you so much for that impactful response. Yes, education means a whole lot to everyone, and for you to have having shared what education means to you, lifelong learning. Yes, he or she that refuses to learn stops knowing. So education is the passport for the future. That is why 24 Digi Skills is doing. We are doing our best in promoting the SDG 4 because education is what we really need in our countries, in our communities, everywhere. Every child, anywhere in the world deserves quality and equitable education. Thank you for that wonderful response. I would like to please hang in there. I will get back to you in a short while. I would like to call upon the next speaker or panelists that we embrace our stage right now. Is Please permit me to welcome Her Excellency Mark Maka S all the way from Georgia. Could you please unmute yourself? Introduce
Yeah,
yourself. You just have 1 minute or thereabout to introduce yourself. Okay.
I am Makasi Harulze from Georgia. Hello, everyone. I am a private tutor and so on. Shortly, I am international speaker, translator, and I am very happy to be with you today. Thank you very much for your great invitation. I am very honored, Dr. Uche, Dr. Inga. I am very happy. Good luck to all participants.
Okay. Thank you so much for being here. You're you are a bona fide family member of 24 DJ Skills. Thank you so much for all you do to empower your various diverse learners sharing your thoughts on various topic. Let me start with this. Just like an educator or a teacher, could you please share with us what educator, what it means to you, or do you consider yourself a lucky and successful educator? Please, the stage and mic is all yours now. Could you share with us what education also means to you?
Okay, I start. Thank you very
Yeah.
much for your question. My dream was to be a successful teacher who loved children very much, and I was 17 when I dared to become a teacher for the first time. And since that day, this profession has been my favorite profession and my favorite activity. And I try to raise a generation that will be proud of their countries. And as for me to be a teacher, educator is to empower the best teachers I know and all now that the best teachers do more than just teach the facts. They encourage children to consider why the facts matter. And as a teacher, you are more just an educator. You are a mentor, a confidant, and a friend of your students. And I consider and I think successful teacher nowadays. And I want to tell you some facts about my success. Always I am active teacher and join different kinds of educational activities such as trainings, webinars, and so on. But one day I discovered online platform without real many teachers And after that, our very amazing Mariam Mamagulashvili gave me a chance to connect our country's great and amazing leader, Mrs. Inga. And after that day, this people, Miss Inga and my Georgia team are the guidance source of motivation for my successful steps. That's why I think that today I can already say that I am a successful 21st century teacher with many goals and dreams together with my students. We teachers play a very important role in shaping the future of our education, of our students. That's why I am very happy to be a teacher. And one of the most common reasons to become a teacher is to make a difference in the lives of many students as I can. Thank you very much for your great attention. Dear listeners.
Wow. Wow, that's really amazing. You see, we have different perspective, the way we see education, the way we see, this noble profession is so amazing. We can never trade this profession for anything in the world. Teachers, they're nation builders, they're transformers, we are making difference change. We're changing narratives in the world. That is why 24 Century Skills empower teachers. We've been using this platform to have those teachers that their voices have never been heard. Through this platform, their voices have been heard globally. Thank you so much for that wonderful impact you're making with your diverse learners, make them to be responsible for the future. Thank you so much. That's really amazing. So please don't go nowhere. All you really need to do right now is click on this live event button, share. You can share to your profile, you can share to your groups and invite your friends to join us. This is just a tip of an iceberg. We've just started. More are yet to come. So thank you so much for that wonderful response to that question, Her Excellency Maka. That's really amazing. Thank you so much. So let's move on now. A panelist, amazing one, Jessica T, all the way from Croatia. The stage and mic is all yours. Could you please introduce yourself? You have a minute to do that before we get started with the business of the day. The stage and mic is all yours now.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jasenka Tisucki. I am Croatian language teacher. I work in primary school August Cesarec in Ivankovo in Croatia. I teach Croatian language for 22 years, and I'm grateful to be tonight with all of you and learn more about this important topic. And I'm grateful Dr. Uche and Dr. Inge for sharing my knowledge and to learn more about this. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. That's why we are here in this platform to learn with and from each other. Okay. Oh, wow, that's really amazing. Over 2 decades, and we are still counting. You've been doing an amazing the field of education. That's great to have you here. And let's start with 2 weeks ago, precisely on 12th of this month, we celebrated the World Day for against child forced labor. So based on that now, could you please share with us how wide spread is child labor around the world? Could you please have some thoughts on that? Based on your perspective, could you please share with us what you think that how is it? Has it been spread all over the world? Because not or Asia or other continents. Could you please share with us? The stage and mic is all yours now.
Okay. Labor exploitation and child labor is a global problem for many countries. In the world, especially in poor countries, poverty is the main problem that in many countries causes children to work, but it is most pronounced in the areas of Asia and Africa. According to the data of an agency that researched this topic, every 10th child in the world is a victim of forced labor, and in underdeveloped countries, even every fifth child. Also, the number of children used as labor worldwide has increased in recent years, reaching as many as 160 million. Because of the consequences of the pandemic, the number is on the rise. Almost half of these children perform hazardous work. After a decrease in child labor in the period from 2000 to 2016, the absolute number of children participating in the child labor increased by 8.4 million in the period from 2016 to 2020. Unfortunately, they often work in unsuitable conditions and for miserable pay. 48% of them are between 5 and years old, 28 are between 12 and 14 years old, and 24 are between 15 and 17 years old. So we are talking about huge problem for every countries in the world. And I know that there are many organizations who try to solve this problem, but we need to hurry because we don't have much time. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much there. Wow. Thank you for giving us these statistics about the rate of or the spread of the forced child labor around the world. Most it still boils down to poverty, not only just here in Africa. It is a global issue. So just like you said, poverty is one of the main reasons of child labor, because of which children are forced to leave their schools. Some are dropped out. Some not just that they are dropped out. Honestly, they are engaging themselves in a many jobs to support their parents, even to as a source of livelihood. So it is for us as a teacher, as a parent, to start taking these students out, our kids from the streets. They're supposed to, in fact, they deserve it. It's one of the fundamental rights for every child anywhere in the world to acquire the basic equitable and education that they do deserve. Thank you so much for that for response. That's really amazing. So the next panelist I'm going to call upon that stage right now is no other person than His Excellency, Mr. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name so well. Do not crucify me, okay? So I will call upon Mr. Saki, all the way from Afghanistan. Please, the stage and mic is all yours
Mr.
now.
Gulsham, I think. I think it correct.
Yeah, Gulsham, please. The stage is all yours now. Could you please introduce yourself? Mr. Gulsham, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I am Ghulam Safi Aqali. I am from Afghanistan and I am an educationist. I am the founder and executive director of Kayan Private High School, Kayan Private Kindergarten, and also I am a social activist. It's really my honor to be with you in this nice and useful program.
Wow, nice to have you here, and thank you for being a social activist. Thank you so much for your commendable job you're doing in the education sector. We are honored to have you here on this today's Sharing is Caring, because it doesn't make any sense when someone have acquired the whole knowledge in this world without sharing it with one another, without imparting life positively, just like the way you're doing. You are really welcome to the show. And let's just start with this. As the saying goes, experience is the best teacher. You've been in this noble profession for decades now. Could you please share with us your experience as a teacher? The stage and mic is all yours now.
Okay. When I was young, when I was child, unfortunately, in the civil war in Afghanistan. While we flee Afghanistan, we left Afghanistan, we went to Pakistan and Iran and lived for several years as a refugees. So I passed my life very hard and in bad situation. So when I came back to Afghanistan, returned to Afghanistan, it was my best wishes to work or to invest all my money to education, to educate a new generation with a high ability, with high emotion, with high motivation, with high qualification. So it's about 10 years that I founded two private kindergartens and two private high schools and two private English courses to educate a new system, to bring change in my district or my province or my country is the education system. As everyone know, in Afghanistan, unfortunately, during past of 40 years, we we were facing different kind of wars. So most of the people, most of the students, most of the children were away from education, were unable to join to schools to have a quality of education. So since 10 years ago, I founded these schools from myself to educate a new generation with a high quality of education. As Dr. Inga and most of the participants knows, recently I joined to these platforms, IIU or Gen. During these days that I joined to this program, I really found a new experience. I achieved a new experience. So because of my hard working in these 10 days with all the challenges that we faced in Afghanistan, as you may hear, you may know from the media that terrorist attacks on education system, terrorist attacks on universities, on English courses or in schools, they faced a lot of problem for us. So I tried to bring change in our new generation's minds. I'm preparing the students, my students, for a scholarship to send them abroad. Educating them. I'm learning them English in a high quality. Most of our students, about 40 students. In the future, in near future, they will pass a TOEFL examination. So some of my students are studying in Europe right now. I came to Afghanistan to invest my life, to invest my soul, to invest my money to bring change in the people's life. So education is not only my job.
Wow.
Education is my love. Education is my everything that I'm working on education. Because I believe on that education is the root of success, the root of a structure of humanity, a structure of living. So I invest my money to educate a new generation. It's about I prepared job opportunities for about more than 50 teachers, and also I prepared the education opportunity for more than 1,000 students, and that nowadays I'm working. So for this reason, I achieved the Global Changemakers Award, Global Teacher Award, and also Best Principal Award. And also last year in 2022, I achieved the most innovative school with unique pedagogies that we achieved from our past year's background. So I want to appreciate all the educators that are trying to work for humanity, for our new generation, for better tomorrow. So I am one of you. I am one of you in the one in the corner of this geographic of the earth. I'm trying my best. If this is my ability to work for my people, for humanity, for global, for international, that we
Okay,
have to work for the
thank you, sir.
future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If I leave here, we are going to continue. We are
Yeah.
working with the time. Sorry to cut you off, but we are just have 2 minutes to respond to your question. But I honestly, it's I don't know what got over me. Maybe because of your experiences, what you've been doing, you've been imparting lives positively. This is what it should be. Using your money, sending students abroad to study. You have empowered over 1,000 students and over 250 teachers in your country. Please, let's give it up to him. Thank you so much for the commendable job you're doing for the human service to humanity and to God. You are doing amazing for sharing your experiences and wow, this is amazing. I know 2 minutes won't even be enough for you to share your experiences. Maybe we're going to have one-on-one session for you. We're going to have enough time to share all of your experiences and your achievement. Thank you so much. Wow. So permit me to
You're welcome.
welcome the next panel. Yeah, thank you so much. Please hang in there. I'll still get back to you in a short while. Please don't go nowhere. We are not yet done. Please, we are still in the first round of the show. Let me welcome His Excellency Assistant Professor Mohammed Zuba, all the way from India, from Afghanistan to India right now. Please, the stage and mic is all yours now. You have just 1 minute to introduce yourself. Please, let's be cautious of the time because we have other educators or panelists waiting. Uh, okay, so the stage and mic is all yours now, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Uche. First of all, I would like
Could
to
you please
thanks all of
unmute
you.
yourself?
Hello, am I audible? Am I audible now?
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you,
Yes.
Doctor. Thank you, Doctor Uche. I would like to express my gratitude to all of you, and I would like to express the gratitude for such a wonderful platform. I am Mohammad Zubair, Assistant Professor of Special Education, Learning Disabilities, here in India, in the Jamia Millia Islamia Central Government University in New Delhi. I teach in the Faculty of Education where we prepare teachers. I teach Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Special Education, Master of Special Education students in the teacher training department, where we are, making teachers how to tackle the students of different learning areas. For example, they have their own abilities and potential. So I am working in the education field from the last 10 to 12 years, from school to university, and I am also teaching education psychology in the Department of Education, and I am working in the field of education in my area. I am, I am a global keynote speaker, as well as I have participated in many conferences and published many books and papers. So I am very much interested to work with the different kind of abilities, and to work in the different diverse environment where every child is unique and every individual is different, and we have to give them need based education. Thank you. Dr. Uche, are you there?
I'm so sorry, I'm back. Hi, thank you so much for that wonderful intro. I'm sorry about that. Having some technical glitches here. Is about to rain. My network is it hasn't. In fact, it has never been improved. The weather situation.
Technical glitches are there.
Yes, it kicked me out, but I'm back now. I'm so sorry about that. So let's
It's
talk
okay.
about the. And I really would like to appreciate your what you're doing in your school. It's not easy to be handling students or teachers with special needs. So that is where inclusive it comes in. I don't really know how you handle it, but it's not easy to deal with students with normal student, not to talk of students with special needs. Please let's give it up to him. He has been doing an amazing job in using a lot of strategies to cultivate knowledge to the diverse learners, students with disability, preparing teachers, of course, to handle the students to him. Amazing job. Thank you so much. Thank you to being here today. Is inclusive education good only for students with disabilities, or does it have any impact or benefit for us all? The stage and mic is all yours now, sir.
Okay. Uh, thank you, Dr. Uche. Actually, I am working in the university, not at a school. I am working in the university right now, teaching
Oh,
bachelor's and master degree students. And secondly, inclusive education is not only good for disabled students, not only good for children with special needs, but it is also equally important for all, because inclusive education means all children in the same classrooms and the same school in the same setup. It means real learning opportunities for groups who have traditionally been excluded. For example, orphans or the tribes or the women or the different kind of different needs students. Not only children with disabilities, but all we can include all of them. So we are welcoming every child into the regular classes, providing support and care to every child and teacher, and ensuring every child's participation in the day-to-day school activities, in the college activities, and focusing on what a child is capable of rather than focusing on their limitations. Creating different education plans for each learner, for children based on their abilities and limitations, and providing the right vocational services to children with disabilities and the general students, helping them choose careers best suited to them, and helping teachers identify the strengths and weakness of the children, and encouraging children with disabilities and normal kids to take up leadership roles and responsibilities, and help them become confident, independent, and self reliant, and encouraging and helping the parents to become more involved in their children's education, and sensitizing the able students about the needs and difficulties faced by their disabled friends, and teaching them to be grateful for what they have been blessed with. So this helps children develop maturity and sensitivity and a different perspective of the world around them, and training teachers to develop a different set of skills which will help them understand the needs of differently able children. So inclusive education is important for all. This helps remove the stigma attached to the disability and encourage parents to send their disabled children to regular schools. And inclusive education help every child fulfill their educational needs, and it helps students with a special gain a plan. And disabled often suffers from low esteem issues due to their differences and their disabilities. They feel they lack in things that their non-disabled peers have been blessed with. So inclusive education helps special needs as well as normal kids understand the real world. It helps them become aware of those with unique physical and social skills. And we are working on the overall development of them. Thank you.
Wow, that's really amazing. Thank you so much, Professor, for all you do to empower teachers, the strategies for you are just inculcating onto the teachers. I know you're teaching in the university. Sorry, I use school. All of them that are school, either university or they are all we are all learning from any level of the school or university or anywhere. Uni, wow, that's really amazing. The way you
Thank you.
strategizing teachers, with their needs, of course, for them to be able to know, ascertain the needs of their teacher. I mean, their diverse learners, especially students with special needs. Inclusive education is for all. It's going to bridge the bias between normal students or normal people those with special needs and those that are not. Honestly, that's really amazing. That is where inclusivity comes in. That's really amazing. Thank you so much for the amazing job you're doing
It's my pleasure.
at your uni. Honestly, thank you so much. It's not easy to be handling students with special needs, even imparting and empowering teachers. And they have to re-strategize the ways to handle with students. It's not easy, especially those that are being depressed. So those are it all depends on we have several special needs, even with those with impaired hearing student and all that. Thank you so much. That's really amazing. So please hang in there. I'm going to get back to you in a short while. I'm going to call upon the next panelists that are going to have the stage right now. Is no other person than Her Excellency Katsuna from Georgia. Could you please unmute yourself?
Yes,
The stage and mic is all yours now. You have a minute to introduce
hello,
yourself before we proceed. The
yes,
stage is all yours now.
hello everybody. I'm Khatuna
Yeah,
Kharkheli from
yeah, we can
Georgia.
hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Hello,
perfect.
everybody. I'm Hatuna Kharkheli from Georgia. I'm an English teacher at private school. I'm also giving lectures at the university, and at the same time, I'm school principal. This is the first time I have joined in this show, and I'm very grateful and thank you, the organizers, Ucha and Inga, for inviting us in this show. Thank you.
Wow, that's really amazing. Thank you so much. We are all having different dignitaries from different walks of life in level of education. Thank you. You have those are in uni, working in the uni, secondary or post-secondary or whatever. Oh, wow, that's really amazing. Nice to have you here on the show today. So based on that now, um, could you please share with us how do you motivate your student to study foreign language, irrespective that English, for example, is not our mother tongue? Let's say from where I come from, we English is not even our first or second language. But
Yes.
I don't really know how are you dealing with it, motivating your student to study foreign language. The stadium mic is all yours now. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Well, one way to motivate the students, I think, is to integrate current topics. And I did it when I started teaching English, and it really worked well. Is to integrate current topics like music, movies, and feeds to create a relevant class culture. Another option I tried and is to investigate the a theme of self-expression by using personalized tasks, idea journals, and speaking circles. And due to this, my students and I think students will be motivated and they will be involved in the teaching process easily, and they will be successful during the lessons. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much for that quick response.
Thank you.
response. That's really amazing. And all for you to have been motivating your student, it's not easy to learn a foreign language. It's very, very important. For no matter how hard it is for us to not to speak English or any other language, English is a honestly is a lingua franca that you can use to communicate with anyone, anywhere in the world. For you to have been motivating your student to study, that is really amazing, regardless the challenges that that they are facing. Thank you for your maximum support. Thank you for always being there for your student. So please hang in there. I'm going to get back to you in a short while. I'm going to call upon the next panelists that are going to have embraced our stage right now. Her Excellency, Shalala, all the way from Azerbaijan. Please, this stage and mic is yours now. So, when you are coming to have the stage, could you please share with us? One thing about this platform is that 24 Digi Skills promotes United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. More especially SDG 4, inclusive and equitable quality education, and to promote lifelong learning and best practices. So based on that now, which of the UN SDGs do you consider the most important? I know all of them, they're all important, and we are working towards in actualizing the target on 2030. Could you please tell us the one that you
Okay.
consider most important? The stage is all yours now.
Okay, Dr. Uche, as you have mentioned, all SDGs are important and they are closely interrelated, and so it's hard to choose only one. But for me personally, there are two more important or essential SDGs. SDG 1, no poverty, SDG 4, quality education, and SDG 13, climate action. Because by examining these goals in depth, we can gain a better understanding of the challenges facing our community, our planet, and the opportunities we have to create positive changes in this way. SDG 1 is very important because poverty is the main root of many social problems like hunger, um, criminal, like illiteracy, and poor health. And SDG 4 quality education is very important because, as we have previously mentioned, education is the most powerful tool which can help us to change the world, to deal with these problems analytically. And SDG 13, climate action, is important for me because I think we all deserve to live in a more clean and safe environment.
Wow, that's really amazing. I totally concord with your decision. This most SDGs, the most important, all of them, they are all important. All of them interwoven with each other. There's no one that you can do without the other. And you just hit the nail on its head. SDG 1 is very, very important. No poverty. And if there is poverty, hunger will be everywhere. There will be a lot of crime. The rate of crime will be high. And wow, even quality education is the tool that we can use to change the world. Climate action, wow. We are preserving the planet for the future generation to
Yes.
dwell in. If we are not in a conducive environment, honestly, we all of us, we all we have already gone for that. All of them are really amazing and important as well. That is why everyone is this a current call for everyone to come on board to make sure in this movement to make sure that all these targets will be met with come 2030. Thank you so much for that a wonderful sharing. Is really amazing. Thank you so much. So I'm going to call upon the next panelists that are going to have the stage right now. It's no other person than our executive translator from Georgia, Maka. The stage is yours. Could you please unmute yourself?
Okay.
So we are still talking about the education challenges both in the world. Could you share with us what is the biggest education problem in the world. And if you can, as well as relate it to your country, Georgia, the stage and mic is all yours. You got 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you, dear. Thank you, dear Uche. I want to talk about some educational problems around the world, also in my country, Georgia. We know that nowadays education is not the same around the world. Exist countries where a person cannot read or write, and it means that in the developing countries, maybe people remain illiterate, and I think it's so bad. Today, education remains an unaccessible right for millions of children around the world. Many children, unfortunately, of primary education age are not in school, and many adults are illiterate and don't have the awareness necessary to improve both their living conditions and those of their children. As for my country, Georgia still has many problems, but one of the biggest problems is in the Georgia reality, the informational isolation of the population of the region in the districts. It is often the case that young people have to go from their own village to another village in order to receive at least primary education, and these kilometers which they have to travel not only in sunny spring weather but also in heavy snow are not only distance between 2 points but also to the distance from reality to a bright future. And that's why one solution of this great problem is achieve SDG 4 goals by 2030, because sustainable development involves achieving short, medium, and most importantly, long-term economic prosperity through optimal use of natural resources. For the latter, it is necessary to increase the productivity of countries, which in turn is largely determined by human capital. And in our age, in the age of and that's why in the age of technology and innovation, what is better human resource? And that's why, among the goals
Wow.
of sustainable development, I consider the provision of inclusive and equal education and the association of continuous learning opportunities for everyone is one of the most important, as the reality and the level of the fulfillment of each other goal initially depends on the achievement of the above. Thank you very much, dear Uche, for your great
Wow.
presentation.
Thank you.
I'm so
Thank you so
happy to be
much.
here.
Thank Thank you so much for sharing that insightful response with us. Honestly, education all over the world, we have a lot of issues. It is a global issue. Challenges in education generally is a global issue, especially in Africa. We have a lot of challenges, honestly. Even during the first wave of COVID, we weren't prepared. Even the some schools were not prepared, policy makers were not prepared. It doesn't have what we call contingency plan or plan B. Some there are some facilities where yet we are nowhere to be. Some schools, those especially those in the rural areas, they were finding it difficult. There's always a power outage. We don't have a free Wi-Fi. We don't have there's not enough facilities in the schools. Even when some that in the urban the network issues, just like the way I'm just experiencing it now. I think not just only here in my country, everywhere in the world, there are each country that are having their own issues, most especially in the underdeveloped countries. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And is together actually we can really achieve more. Thank you so much. I'm going to call upon the next panelists are going to have the stage right now. No other person from Georgia to back to Croatia. Jessica, please, stage is all yours now. Could you please unmute yourself?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, could you please share with us what consequences does this child first level have on children, not just only children from the age of, just like as you said earlier on, from the age of 5, even some here I am, honestly, even from 4 years old. That's child abuse. Honest, I
Yes.
don't really know please share with us the consequences does this first level have on children? We have a lot of consequences, but let's hear your own perspective. The stage and mic is all yours.
Thank you. There are numerous physical and psychological consequences, of course, that kind of work leaves on children. Negative consequences are for the development of child victims of forced labor. They are deprived of everything that their happy childhood and growing up should have. Of course, they don't know how to deal with it. They don't see a way out. They don't get answers to many of their questions, and they are often exposed to fear and threats. We can say that they are trapped in these situations. They are deprived of childhood, health, education, and condemned to live in poverty without any desires. Some of them feel guilty about what they have to do. They don't realize that they are not guilty of anything. The consequences are situations like feeling depressed, sad, loneless. There are physical consequences like chronic disease and disability because of inappropriate working conditions. Their bodies cannot withstand such effort. They have, like I said, no opportunity for education. Some of them work from a young age, so they have never known, for example, what is school and what it means to have school friends, even what it means to have family. They remain traumas for the rest of their lives, and it happens that some of them don't live long because of inhuman conditions and difficult forms of work. These are some of
Wow.
consequences, but we know there are lots more than I said. Thank you.
I know. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. You've already said nail it. There are a lot of consequences, but both physical, emotional. Honestly, most of them have been traumatized. Some because of inhuman inhuman to human. Honestly, that sometimes when you see them, all these kids, they don't have choice, they don't have choices, they don't have voices, nobody that will solicit on their behalf. They don't have, this is what they have seen growing up, and it has become part and parcel of them. That is why we are calling upon the policymakers, institutions, organizations, and reputable people in the society, philanthropists, and all whatnot to come to the aid of these kids by taking them out from the street. Thank you so much for wonderful sharing. That's really amazing.
Thank you.
Wow. I know if I leave you, we are going to continue. 2 minutes will even be enough for anyone to respond to this question. The time allocated to us. Okay, thank you so much. I would like to call upon. I'm going to call back Assistant Professor Mohammed Zuba from India, Croatia to India now. Please, the stage
I
is
am
all
here.
yours now. Unmute yourself. Okay. Please, how can teachers provide equal opportunity for all students within their allocated classrooms? How is it possible? How would they provide equal opportunity for them to be using same facilities, for them to be using or whatnot? And what are the successful strategies that you've already put in place when teaching this special education? The stage and mic is all yours now.
Actually, every child is unique. Every child is unique, and they have limitations and strength as well. So we have to assess them firstly. We have to assess their potential and limitations, and by giving need-based education to them, and create an equitable in classroom environment. We can use random response strategies. We can ask challenging questions equitably of all students, and we can increase the difficulty level step by step and use multiple ways of assessing students' understanding, and create classrooms rules collaboratively and enforce them fairly, and seek multiple perspectives and different answers to questions, and we can show students the why behind how things are done when possible. We can acknowledge every student's comment or response even if it's incorrect. We have to give them opportunity, and keep all diverse religious the holidays in mind when creating your schedule, not just holidays school is closed for. And teach appropriate language around asking questions about other students cultures. One student isn't a representative of their entire culture, but they can share their specific experiences. And we can accommodate different learning styles,
Wow.
make your teaching material accessible for them. For example, online teaching material or offline teaching material, provide captions on your videos, use teaching methods, different teaching methods and learning styles for students with varied schedules, and record lessons so students can reference them later. And use different materials and ways to connect students to the lesson, whether you are teaching remotely or in the classroom, or use a combination of videos, written materials, worksheets, hands-on activities, training, and to introduce students to new concepts. And use individual, paired and group activities. When students learn together, they understand different learning styles and learn respect for each other. They we are encouraging them, and social skills will be developed, and intentional cooperative learning strategies give every student responsibility and help them learn from one another. And
Wow.
what better way to build equity in the classroom than promoting the voices of your students? Every student has unique experiences and perspectives. So students
Yeah.
want and need meaningful ways to voice their opinions in the classroom. So involve them in planning
Okay.
classroom events and actively seek their feedback on what's happening in the classroom and outside the classroom, and seek out the perspectives of students who don't share as much. So, and make sure that outgoing students don't dominate. Unequal opportunities for involvement can do serious harm to equity in your classroom. So find ways for students to offer input in different manner, in different ways. Class discussions are a great tool, but not every student feels comfortable. Some are introvert in nature, so we have to change the methods and the strategies sometimes. So set up an online forum or hold office hours for one-on-one discussions with students, and give them and make a good rapport with them, good connection with them as a
Okay,
teacher. And if
okay,
you
your
can,
time. Okay, please, your time is
thank
up now. Sorry, thank you. I have to cut you off. Our time is running. Thank you so much for having shared that with us. For the teachers to have same equal opportunity to create equal opportunities for their diverse learners, sharing the same instructional materials, learning styles, everything, both offline and online. That's really amazing. And thank you so much. It's really helpful. Please, I would like to call upon the next panelists that are going to embrace us in the stage right now. His Excellency, Mr. Kaki, please, stage from Afghanistan. The stage is yours now. Could you please unmute yourself? Okay. Sir, I know that you've been in this noble profession for donkey years now. You have attained to a greater height as well. Could you please share with us your momentous achievements, the ones that you can't even, anytime that you remember it, it will be a source of inspirations, and then you'll be feeling motivated. Could you please share with us just few? I know you've attained to greater heights, just few momentous achievements attained over the years. The stage and mic is all yours now. Unmute yourself. Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay, doctor.
All right. You can respond to the question now, sir.
I believe in myself that everyone wants to
Oh,
achieve some goals, and they should work with their heart, with the bottom of their heart, with love. So when I returned back to my country as several years as a refugee, when I came back to my country, I saw different challenges in my country, in my society. So I decided to. I feel this responsibility on myself that I have to solve uh, the some of the challenges that my people in the society are facing with. So after consulating with some of the elders, some of the people, I found that education is the main necessary things that I have to work on it. I have to invest on it. So 10 years, it took 10 years that I work very hard. I work very hard in my society. So last year, because of my achievement, because of my hard working in hard situation of Afghanistan, I candidate myself to some part of the world, some of the competitions, to compare myself, my ability with my goals. So it was really important for me that I have to compare myself, my team, with the world that competition. In the first challenge, we candidate ourselves in Global Change Makers Award as an educationist. I mm, introduced some new method of education to the world. I talked to the educationist, so my methodology are accepted as a new methodology and as effective of methodology. Uh, so I understood that as a educationist, I can plan, I can moderate a good plan for my new education. Sorry if there is a problem because my English is not very good.
No, it's okay. You're
Next
good. You're
time,
doing great.
I compare myself as a teacher. Because of that, I compare my teacher in Global Teacher Award. So I achieved the teacher award. Yes. The next time I compare my school in Innovation Future that is located in Thailand. So I compare myself, my schools, with the global schools. So I found that my school is at the same level of the global schools. So the fourth one was the principles. For to have a good a better school, to have a unique schools, I have to compare my methodology, my rules, my systems in the world. So we achieved the most
Okay.
innovative schools with unique pedagogies. So this was my achievements because I want to work, I want to go for head. I want to go worldwide. I want to send my students to the best universities for achieving their higher education.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's really amazing. Thank you so much, because being on in this donkey years, there must be a lot of achievements, and that's really what motivates us as a teacher or educator for being recognized for your impact in society. It really helps to motivate us for us to do more. To whom much is given, much is expected. Congratulations for your achievement, and thank you so much for the work you are doing in the uh, giving your student voices, sending them abroad. That is the most achievement for me. Okay, I don't know for any other person, but for me, that is the most achievement. but that's the most achievement for giving them voice, giving them more choices and voices as well. Thank you so much for having empowered your student. That is my best achievement that I've taken from you. That's my number one. Thank you so much. Okay. Uh, Please don't go nowhere. I'm going to go over to the social media to check some reactions before we continue. If there's any question, please, all you need to do is just to click on this live event, share to invite your friends to join us. We still have more on the way. We are in the second round. We soon get to third round and call it a day. Um, okay, I hope that is going to it's not coming through because of my network. Okay, it has opened. All right, so thank you so much for being patient with us. Thank you everyone. I can recognize the presence of Her Excellency Dr. Professor Nada Ratkovic Croatia. Thank you so much. Wow, she said, I think she was referring to Dr. Professor Saki Akwedi from Afghanistan.
Okay, dear Uche.
I think some network issues again.
Yes, no problem. Okay, I continue. We have also from Georgia, Darajan Ilbaze. She writes the blog. Uh, Also, we have Hatuna Kelly. And congratulated all Tamar Giazen. So many people. Dear Nada, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, respected Professor Gulamoski. Yes, we see this message. Thank you so much, dear. Okay. We also have, yes, dear Nada, we lost dear Uche, but writing here. This internet. Okay, congratulations, Tiam. You are all the best. I hear your answer, really wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're waiting, dear Uche. I think she back. Yes, she back.
I'm back. I'm back. Please bear with me. My network is not stable. It has been going off and on, but thank God I'm back. So just like as I was saying, people were responding to the I shouldn't have even gone there, but it's okay. Uh, Isaiah, once again, welcome. Saiki from Pakistan. Okay. I'm just checking to see if there is any question. If there is not, Isaiah Kiangui from Kenya, he said, giving equal opportunities and actively listen to them, giving constructive feedback will almost motivate all the learners. Thank you so much for that wonderful wonderful contribution. Okay, let's still go up a bit. Someone said personalized learning really helps. Yeah. Great journey from Croatia to India. Wonderful Professor Zuba. He's a big experience in this field. We love to listen to him always. Thank you so much for your comments. Please keep on. Let's have it coming. Okay. Isaiah said lack of basic education, which makes them to suffer from dependency syndrome due to lack of knowledge, skills, and attitudes that can liberate them by giving them economic empowerment. That's really amazing. And thank you so much for your wonderful contribution. Please, if you have any question, please before we get to the third round, we also check some reactions. I'm so sorry, my network is not friendly with me today. Honestly, this weather is really weather temperature is really affecting the strength of my network. That's why I'm not stable. I've been this second time is kicking me out, but I've already bounced back. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here today with us. So we're going to continue. So I'm going to call upon the next panelist that's going to have the stage uh, right now. Is down. I've started freezing up. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go. We're from Afghanistan back to Croatia. Katuna, are you there? Please unmute yourself. I'm so sorry for
Yes, I'm
the
but I'm
delay, the
from Georgia.
network. Honestly, it's global issues. All right. Thank you. So please, can you share with us what are the classroom management strategies and which one that's really worked for you? The stage and mic is all yours now.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, I'm from Georgia. Yes, I'm Hatuna. Thank you. There are many strategies of classroom management, but I use some of them which I like the best, and I will share it with you. So I always try. First one I always do is I always try to build a good relationship with my students. I always try to communicate positively with their families, their parents, creating a learning space that matches students and teachers' needs. It is really important in teaching. Especially foreign language, also establish a behavior management plan. I always just do it with my students at the beginning of the semester. I try to don't yell at the students. And lastly, I want to say that I always try to accommodate all learners. Thank you.
Wow, that's really amazing. Thank you for having shared that all those insightful classroom management with your diverse learner is really amazing. Thank you so much. I'm going to call upon because of my network. You see, I'm still freezing up. Okay, I'm going to call upon the next panelist. Thank you so much for sharing that classroom strategies and classroom management with us. I'm very grateful for the way you're handling that with your students. Okay, so I'm going to call upon Malala all the way from Azerbaijan. Could you please unmute yourself?
Yes, please, Dr. Uche.
Okay, in your own perspective, could you please share with us what does it like, for being a teacher or an educator? Share with us based on your donkey years of experience.
Okay,
Share with us
okay, I'll
what
try.
is it to be
Okay,
a
being a teacher, being a teacher is not simple and easy. It's a noble profession, but it has also a wide range of responsibilities and challenges, and such as, for example, um, adjusting to the diverse learning needs of your students, having the responsibility to communicate effectively with your students, their parents, and with your colleagues, of course. But despite all the challenges, all the difficulties, my profession is really fulfilling and incredibly rewarding. And one of the
Yeah.
most rewarding aspects of this profession is, of course, having the opportunity to make a positive impact on the lives of your students, having the opportunity to motivate and inspire them with positive examples by setting examples. And when witnessing your students' growth, their development, their success, it's a big source of pride and satisfaction for every teacher, I guess. Also, my profession offers me wide opportunities to come together with teachers from all over the world who have the same passion for teaching, who have the same mindset, and who are eager to share their knowledge. They do not grudge it. Instead, they are ready to share it with their colleagues. These moments are really the happiest moments for me as a teacher.
Wow. Thank you so much. Yes, as a teacher, it has not been easy though, especially those countries, in some countries that teachers that were not even taken seriously. Believe you me, teachers should be prioritized, should be number one citizen in and the rest of some other countries. But there are some countries though where teachers are taken seriously, like Japan, like in UK. There's other countries that teachers are honestly that are giving the rights that they do deserve. Being a teacher is not easy. There's a lot of challenges, but we should not allow the challenges to get in the way of communicating knowledge to our diverse learners. Yeah, honestly, it's not easy. This platform thing, I was so happy for the technology. We teachers, educators can come together to share our wealth of knowledge with one another, learning with and from each other is really amazing. That's one thing I love about being a teacher too, because I've met with several dozens, thousands of teachers. Honestly, I can't even, it's uncountable. So on a daily basis, it's really amazing, having the opportunity to empower diverse learners. And thank you so much for sharing this with us, and we are learning from you again today. So I would like to call upon, hang it there. Oh yeah, thank you so much. I think we are wrapping it up now. Thank you. I would like to call upon the next panelists that are going to invest the stage, right? Is Jessica from Azerbaijan to Croatia. Jessica, are you there? Could you please unmute yourself?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Because of the rate that we have school dropped out because of this first child level around the world, could you share with us how could we make sure that we eliminate this ugly trend in the society or in the world general? Just tell us, how can we overcome or stop this child first level? The stage and mic is all yours now.
Okay, thank you. In 1989, the United Nations started a real fight for children's rights with their Convention of the Rights of the Child. Although it, like numerous conventions of the International Labour Organization, prescribed numerous rights and obligations of the party states when it comes to child labor, the provisions are still violated. Global leaders must involve big effort to reduce world poverty, improving the economic picture of poor countries, more educate experts who work with children and young people to provide the victims with the necessary help, security, and support. The problem is that people feel that they cannot do much as individuals to make things better. But this event is an example. We are all individuals from different countries, and I'm sure that we today make things better. We talk about important topics for our children. And I think that any activity that helps children who are somewhere in the world at this moment without respecting their basic rights is important. For us teachers, carry out some activities in our schools, especially for the World Day Against Exploitation of Child Labor, which was on 12th June. And I would like to finish with a quote: "There is no clearer revelation of the soul of a society than the way it treats children," by Nelson Mandela. Thank you.
Wow, Nelson Mandela also said that education is the passport for the future.
Yes.
Wow, that's really amazing. You see, that is why we are here all the time learning with and from each other. Thank you for sharing that with us. Actually, 24 Digit Skills celebrated created a campaign against forced child labor, and all thanks to our Georgian team. We had experts from the field who joined us, and it was captured in a Georgian top magazine media house. That's really amazing, because creating this awareness will really help to elevate this all great trend in our society. Thank you so much. I wouldn't want to dwell so much there. I would like to call upon the next speaker or panelists are going to have the stage. I'm going back from uh, from Azerbaijan to Croatia, now back to Georgia. Maka, are you there? Could you please
Yes,
unmute
I'm here.
I'm just being fast right now because of my network. I want us to finish it before it kicks me out again. So, Her Excellency, our executive translator, please share with us, how would you imagine a successful, educated, and peaceful future as a teacher or educator? What can you do, or what will you do to change the world for a better place for all of us to dwell in? The stage and mic is all yours now.
Thank you very much for your great question. There is an interrelationship between all aspects of knowledge, and the change in one place may appear in any other place. That's why we teachers are given a word about what future will be like. We have both the right and the duty to make such decisions, the results of which will appear after a long time in terms of economic and ecological equality, adapt our life to the needs and rights of future generations, realize that our actions today affect what life will be like in future. As for me, a peaceful, successful future for an ordinary teachers means a bright future with many educated and talented children where they always smile, have the right to receive quality education, have the right to have equal opportunities, and live in the colorful dreams of children that are most suitable for their age. As for me, I am a teacher, and I will always fight and work hard to change everything on earth, in the world, in my country, Georgia, for the better. And I think the more we unite and stand next to each other, the more light and clear way will appear to change the world for better. Thank you very much, dear Uche. It's a great honor for me to be a participant of this extraordinary talk show. Thank you an invitation, my dear Uche, and thank you very much, my great motivator, Dr. Inga. I wish you all a successful life and successful future. We really can change the better, everything for better. Thank you very much for your listening. I am very happy to be with you today.
Wow. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much for sharing how you imagine to be a successful and educated teacher in the future. Thank you so much. We are wishing you a successful career. We are wishing you this is a noble profession. Okay, continue empowering, continue inspiring your students, continue changing narratives in the world of education. Continue being you and continue being unique. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you for being here today to share your wealth of knowledge with all of us here today. And I'm going to call upon the last panelists that are going to wrap it up with from Georgia back to India. His Excellency Assistant Professor Mohammed Zua. Could you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, we are still dealing with students with special needs. What qualities should a special education teacher have? As being a special education teacher, there must be some certain level of qualities that he or she must possess. And what roles do you consider specific to be a special education as a teacher? Thank you so much. The stage and mic is all yours now.
Thank you, Dr. Uche. And teachers play a crucial role in the helping society and reach its true potential. And special education teachers focus their job responsibilities on working with children with special needs, and these children require individual instructions by trained professionals who can help them excel without letting personal limitations get into the way. Communication skills must be good. Teaching is all about your ability to communicate effectively. Adaptability, a defining feature of special education, is that it regularly involves novelty, change, and uncertainty. So adaptation is important. Organization skills. So special education teacher need to be highly organized, just like mainstream teachers, and empathetic. People often throw empathy around, but few truly understand its meaning. And devotion to improvement. As an educator, you must never restrict yourself to learning and working towards professional development. Patience. Teaching students with special needs is not easy and requires plenty of patience. And creativity, an important quality of a special educator that must possess is creativity. All students have different learning styles. Some are auditory learners, some are kinesthetic learners, some are visual learners. So students with special needs often feel neglected by peers. By making them feel loved, you can motivate and uplift them to perform better. And qualities like trustworthiness, professionalism, and compassion make up an excellent special education teacher. To enhance your skills, and consider enrolling in an advanced degree program that better perhaps. So provide one-on-one tutoring, teach in a specialized classroom. And the duties of special educator is, the main role of a special education teacher is to help develop and implement a student's individualized education plan, IEP. IEP is a legal document, and assess children's skills academically and socially, create a supportive and positive learning environment, provide direct and indirect instructions, apply a variety of special educational skills and techniques to reach students in different ways, and modify lesson plans to align with the student's IEP, and perform regular testing and assessments. Keep accurate records, meet with parents to discuss how all parties involved, and encourage students to be curious, investigate. So these all things we can do. And thanks once again, Dr. Uche, for providing me the opportunity. I'm very happy to take part in the event, and it's a great honor for me, and it's a nice platform to
Wow.
interact with one another. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Honestly, I said it. And sometimes I'll be having headache handling students, with normal kids, not to talk of those with special needs. They're supposed to, the teachers that are handling students with special needs supposed to possess a good quality. Of course, communication is one of the core values of the 21st century
Yeah,
learning,
sure. Yeah, true.
and gracious professionalism. Wow, they must possess that. Be patient, because if you're not patient enough, you won't be able to stand with students with special needs. That means you'll be having issues all the time. Thank you so much for having shared with us the techniques and strategies and qualities of teachers just handling a student with special needs, so special education. Thank you so much, so much. That's really
It's my
amazing.
pleasure.
It's not easy. You just have to wear a garment of patience. someone needs to weed off that flare up easily. So if anyone having anger issues should not even try to go there because it's going to cause a lot of chaos and all that. Thank you so much. That's why it's good for us. I've just learned a lot here today. Not just in a normal school setting, having normal students. There are some others that are really, in fact, dealing with something so seriously, like handling with students with special needs. It's not easy at all. So kudos to you all. Those are in the field handling and taking care of students with special needs. Those are having dyslexia, autism, and so many low syndrome, and there are so many of them even hearing impaired students and all that. Thank you so much for doing your job. Thank you for being patient with your diverse learners. Thank you for for taking care of them, giving them choices and voices for them, oh Lord, and for them to be empowered. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to have you here once again. You're part of us.
It's my
We'd
pleasure.
like to call on the showstopper for today. From India back to Georgia, Katuna. Please mute yourself.
Yes.
Okay, we are still in the education because it's very, very important. Just like Malala said that there are some SDGs that are more important, some more important than others, but all that are very, very important. When it comes to education, it's very, very important because education is the key passport to the future. So why should students study foreign languages? I know it's not easy. There's going to be a lot of challenges, but please let's hear from your perspective. How have you been dealing with that, and how should students study foreign languages? The stage and mic is all yours now.
Thank you. It is really a good question. Nowadays, I think studying foreign language is really important. It enhances one's opportunity in government, business, medicine, techniques, industry, and etc. Secondly, I think that foreign languages expand one's view of the world, liberalize one's experience, and make one more flexible and tolerant. When I started studying foreign language, I was on the first grade, and I remember how happy I was that I could also just read something, listen, speak, and now I recommend everyone to know as many languages as they can. We have also such kind of saying, how many languages you know, you are such a man. So, yes, thank you.
Wow. Wow, that's really amazing. And thank you so much for wrapping up the show today. And before we proceed, I would like to, it is really amazing. We say that we are going to wrap it up on 1 hour, 30 minutes, but because of the technical challenges here and there, me off and all, that has really consumed a whole lot of time. But thank you. I would really like to appreciate all of you for being here, for having, today is Saturday and you're supposed to be having you moments or staying with family members and some personal stuff and some stuff like that. Thank you for having squeezed out time from your tight schedule to be here today to share your nuggets of wisdom with all of us here. And thank you so much. I know a lot of educators, they're on their way right now traveling to ICT in Philadelphia, where the showcase of the technology is happening around the world. All the edutech companies, they are heading, and some teachers, educators are heading down to Philadelphia for the event. No problem. I'm wishing everyone a successful trip, and thank you for being here. Let's quickly go to social media platform, comment section to check if there's any question and some reaction from our viewers. Please, thank you so much for still being here with me. I don't know what I'm going to do. This my network is so embarrassing, kicking me out while I'm on live. Okay, it is what it is. I can never back down, not even now. Okay, thank you so much. Congratulations all the way from Bangladesh, Professor Dr. Bib Kada from Bangladesh. Thanks so much for, he said, excellent program. We have Tabassum. Please, I don't even Nesia, where you calling, tuning in from? Well done. Okay. Managing classroom is the most important for us educators. The successful of our lecture and outcomes we want to achieve depends on our needs. Yeah, thank you so much, Professor Nada. Thank you so much for your contribution, for your being supportive. Professor Riahi, the 24 Digital Skills President and Project Director, Arab World. Thank you so much. She said, very interesting session. Thanks to all the panelists. We have Professor Dr. Sefi Taiwo from Nigeria. He said, great job. Nice presentation. Thank you. Thank you. Is there anyone that there are so many of them? Sorry, it's not coming through for me right now because of network. Okay. It has opened. Um, Thank you so much, Tamari from Gigida. Sorry if I did pronounce your name so well. Do not crucify me, okay? All right. I think there's no question here. I think there's no question being said. I didn't find any question. Please, if you have any question, you can quickly drop it back here so that we can respond to your question. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being patient with us. Thank you. It has not been easy being here on a weekly basis and for your maximum support. Without you all, there will be no me, there will be no us here today. Okay, I don't think there's no question here. I think there's no question here. There's no question here. Okay, I think we are going to wrap it up now. So before we proceed, I would like to call upon the panelists to say their parting shots. Okay, let me start with Shalala from Azerbaijan. Could you please tell us what you feel about today? What's really say one or two words as a
Okay.
parting shots.
I'm just speechless. I'm very happy. I'm proud. I'm honored to be here today with you, with all of you, in this wonderful event. And I'm just grateful for giving all of us such a wonderful opportunity to come together to share our knowledge, insights, and thank you. Thank you for your kind invitation.
All right. Thank you, Stu. Thank you for having honored our invitation to be on this platform today to share your insights. They are very informative, and that is why there's saying that goes like this: he or she who stops learning stops knowing. So no one knows it all. But when you share the wealth of knowledge that God has bestowed on you or you have accumulated over the years, share with one another, you are contributing your own quarter to the society, you are impacting lives positively. Thank you so much for having done so well. You've been working tirelessly to bridge the gap in that when it comes to the education in your country and in a global community. Thank you so much for the commendable job you've been doing, and we are so proud of you. And you are welcome to our community of learning. Thank you so much for being here today. So I'm going to call upon the next panelists that are going to share some, um, parting shot with us. Two from Azerbaijan, two Croatia. Jessica, please, one or two words before we call it a day. What's your parting
I would
shots?
Mhm. I was delighted by your call to participate tonight, and I hope this will be tradition that we will share our knowledge some other time, and these positive feedbacks are especially motivate for us speakers to do our job another time in this show. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much for you being here. It's really amazing. Thank you, everyone. You know, teachers, we are doing the most. Yes, teachers are doing the most. We are changing narratives in the world of education. That is why this is a noble profession. We can never trade this for anything in the world. Please join us in this movement. Okay, teachers are doing great. If you have nuggets of wisdom that you really want to share with our global community, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much, and keep up doing the great job you've already started. And your reward is not even if your word is here on earth, not anywhere else. Okay, thank you so much and keep up the good work. Okay, I'm going to call upon the next panelists that are going to share his part. In short, I'm going to call upon His Excellency from uh, Croatia to Afghanistan. Saki, please mute yourself. Just share one or two pattern shots with our global community.
Okay, I'm very happy. This season was really useful for me as well. So I really appreciate you, Dr. Oche, and Dr. Inga to invite me to this great season. I hope this kind of program will be continued in the future, and we will share our experience. It was really amazing season for me.
Oh wow, thank you so much for you to being here, and please continue inspiring your student, continue motivate. The motivation is already there, but all what I'm saying is for you to be strengthened and empowered to. When you are empowered, you can be able to transfer the empowerment to your diverse learner, just like you have started. Keep up doing the great job you've already started. You're working tirelessly. I mean, for the donkey years now, and you're still doing that. And more grace to your elbow. And we are wishing you a successful journey ahead. It's not going to be easy. There must be ups and downs, challenges, but we should not, or anyone, even you, should not allow that to get in the way of your happiness and dreams. Thank you so much. You are very unique, and keep up the good work. Your English is so nice. English is not my mother tongue. It's not any of us are not from English speaking country here. So we are doing our best. We are trying our best. What really matters is you're passing the message across, and your diverse students are digesting it, assimilating it, and it is well playing out well for them. And there is a maximum output. Okay, let me say this: the learning outcome is there. So keep up doing what attitude towards in the teaching and learning process is a big deal for me. So congratulations and keep up the good job, okay? So I'm going to call upon and thank you for coming. This is we are doing it on a weekly basis, but just because this is still, we have classroom activities, school is still on, so that is why it's normally weekly on a weekly basis. We have a lot of events, so that's really amazing. Keep up the good job. You are welcome to our family, and where we learn with and from each other. So I'm going to call upon the next panelist, Maka from Afghanistan back to Georgia. Maka, could you please
Thank you.
share your
I am very happy
part?
and I am very honored. I respect you all and I am more motivated today, and thank you for all of this opportunity, dear Dr. Uche, my Georgian team, and congratulations this amazing day for all eminent panelist speakers. I am so happy to be with you. I learned a lot from you. Uh, Good luck to your future, in your future job and in your job and all everything. I am very happy to be here. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. This is what it's all about. We are all happy. We are learning with and from each other. I'm not perfect. I'm still in the field of learning. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are doing a great job. You know what we are doing? We are amplifying transformation, engaging in a high level of protocol to receive and provide feedback that will strengthen to create a more
आवाज कम कर दो.
invigorating technological drive by stepping out of our comfort zone, and you're doing the most. Keep up the good job. And honestly, that time will come when everyone, maybe time will come when we are going to be meeting one-on-one to share our super experiences. Thank you so much for being here today. So I'm going to call upon our assistant professor. Please share your nugget of wisdom. I know it's already late for you. Please, I'm so sorry about that. I know because of the time zone, is some people is not comfortable or convenient for others. I'm so sorry, but you are still staying up late because of this. I'm so sorry. Please share your parting shot with us.
Yeah, thanks for putting together another great event, and thank you for the opportunity at this event afforded us to present and share our views. And thank you for a wonderful event. I enjoyed the other panelists as well. I attended, and every time I enjoy this show because this show is really good. We interact one another and we listen from one another, and learning is lifelong process. So it's a great exposure, and it's a crucial to express thanks and thank participants for attending an event for many reasons, and it leaves a favorable impression on event attendees as well, and it enhances your reputation and trustworthiness as an event organizer. I appreciate your hard work, and it enhance reputation and builds positive relationship and create a sense of loyalty, and it's a great exposure for all of us, and all the participants and all the panelists are amazing. All the panelists share their amazing experiences, and we learn from one another. Thank you. Best wishes to all of you.
Wow. Yeah, thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm super excited. 5 minutes. I don't even know the right words to choose. Okay, let me add back Professor Zaki. Sorry. Thank you everyone for being here. I must appreciate once again our distinguished panelists from different continents. We are here today to learn with and from each other, sharing insights about different topics. Most especially today, it's all about education, and that's really amazing because education is very important. Teachers are valuable assets for quality education. Development of any country, any country depends on its educational system, and that is why teachers we are there. That is the quality of its graduate. When you talk about graduates, teachers, even doctors, nurses, engineers, and whatever, it's teachers. The teachers that taught them. So we are doing the most. Keep up doing the good job. Keep up being you. Sometimes make sure you do have your own moments. Self is very important. Check your emotional well-being and check your health is very important. In as much as we are having our tight schedule, we should try to take care of yourself, and of course, do not for anything in the world think less of yourself. You are very important. You are important to the world. You are important to your students. You are important to your community. You are important in the education sector. That is why you are number one citizen. So keep up transforming lives, keep up doing what you're passionate about, keep making the teaching and learning process to be more fun and invigorating. And you all know that having fun while learning is very, very important. In a collaborative effort, we can really change the world, and together we can actually make a difference in the world. We have already started doing that. We've already started, changing narratives in the field of education. So congratulations to all teachers here. This is a noble of, profession. We shall continue doing the most. That is our nature, and that is who we are. So I'm so happy to be part and parcel of this great noble profession. And thank you all for being here today. And to our panelists, you are amazing. Thank you so much for your parting shot, and we shall continue learning with and from each other. Okay, you are amazing. You are unique in your own way. Do not for anything think less of yourself. You are our superstar. We when it comes to the education sector, teachers are number one celebrities. Yes, we are, because we are supposed to be celebrating every day. So we are celebrities in our own level. Okay, for being here and do have a wonderful weekend. Okay, before I wrap this show up, next week on Monday precisely, where we'll be having a interactive webinar on United Nations Sustainable Development Goals in practice, organized by Georgian team. So join us. Going to the same time. It's going to be 6 p.m. Nigerian time, 9 p.m. Georgian time, 10:30 p.m. IST, and 7 p.m. Croatian time. Please join us as we learn together. Let's continue to learn from one another, and we have experts that are going to share the latest development when it comes to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Let's keep up the fire of learning burning. This really shows that there's always light at the end of tunnel. Language can never be a barrier when it comes to the teaching and learning process. So that is why I introduce multilingual events where countries, they can use their language to deliver their speech, and at the end of the day we have translators that can translate, so that our global audience we feel the vibe, or the message we pass across to the people from different countries. So let's continue pushing, let's continue learning from each other. That's really amazing. So that is in more innovative ways as a teachers. So thank you, and keep up the good work. I don't want to, we've already I'm so sorry about that, for having taken much of your time. And thank you everyone for being here today. It's really amazing. So before I call it a day, I would like to remind you that we have basic elements that are required in the learning environment. One, critical reflection is very important. We have participatory learning, thinking creatively for the future scenarios is very, very important. Gamification really boosts student learning outcome. It sparks curiosity, cultivate critical thinking, and of course, PBL, project-based learning, is very, very important. Collaborative learning and personalized learning, all these are very, very important. They are my basic elements. So think of this, and this one will come next week. Okay, share your input or feedback. The feedback form has already been shared. Please make sure that you are doing the right thing. We need your feedback. It's very, very important. Your feedback is very, very important for us to improve in our activities, or what you feel that we should be doing that we are not doing, getting it right. Please, your suggestion is highly welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I think with this, we are calling it a day, and do have the best weekend ever. Uche is sending virtual hugs to all of you. Remain blessed, and Uche is signing out for now.
Thank you.
Take care
Bye.
of yourself and your loved ones. Yeah, peace out. Uche is signing out for now. Bye bye. Do have a wonderful weekend ever. Bye bye.